Every morning there's a war happening inside you. One voice says, get up, do the thing, become who you said you'd be. Another voice says, 5 more minutes, you'll start tomorrow. You don't feel like it right now. And every single time you choose discipline, every time you get up, show up, do the work when you don't want to, you're not just being productive, you're declaring war on your old self. Discipline is not motivation. Motivation is asking for permission. Discipline is rebellion. And today, I'm going to show you how to become a revolutionary in your own life. Let's start with the lie that's keeping you stuck. You think, I need to feel motivated before I can take action. So you watch the videos, you listen to the speeches, you pump yourself up, and for maybe 20 minutes, you feel unstoppable. Then what happens? The feeling fades, and you're right back where you started, waiting, watching more videos, looking for that feeling again. Here's the truth. Motivation is a trap. Motivation is an emotion, and like all emotions, it comes and goes based on factors you can't control. How much you slept, what you ate, whether someone liked your post, the weather, random brain chemistry. When you wait for motivation, you're giving your life over to random chance. You're saying, I'll become who I want to be, if the conditions are perfect, if I feel like it, if the stars align. Meanwhile, the person you want to become, they're not waiting. They're not hoping to feel motivated. They're moving while you're waiting. Think about it. Every successful person you admire, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, do you think they feel motivated every single day? They feel tired. They feel doubt. They feel lazy. They feel all the same things you do. The difference is they've learnt the secret. Motivation is what amateurs wait for. Discipline is what professionals practice. And discipline isn't about willpower. It's about something much more powerful. It's about rebellion. Let me reframe discipline for you entirely. Every time your alarm goes off and you don't want to get up, that's not a moment of weakness. That's a battlefield. And you have 2 choices. Submit to who you've always been, or rebel against it. See, your brain is wired for comfort, for safety, for the path of least resistance. That's not a flaw, that's evolution. Your ancestor who stayed in the warm cave survived. The one who wandered out into the cold got eaten. But here's the problem. The version of you that stays in the warm cave, that's not the version that builds the life you actually want. Discipline is you saying, I refuse to let my primitive brain run my life. It's you saying, I will not be governed by comfort. It's you saying, the person I was yesterday does not get to decide who I become today. That's rebellion. Every time you choose the workout over the snooze button, choose the deep work over the scroll, choose the difficult conversation over the comfortable silence. Choose creation over consumption. You're not just being disciplined, you're overthrowing the regime of your former self. And here's what they don't tell you about rebellion. It gets easier the more you do it. Not because the tasks get easier, but because you become someone for whom discipline is your identity. You stop being the person who tries to be disciplined. You become the person who rebels against comfort as a lifestyle. The question isn't, how do I find motivation? The question is, am I willing to revolt against the easiest version of myself? Alright, philosophy is beautiful, but you need a system. Here's your rebellion framework. 4 steps to turn discipline into your default setting. Step 1. The morning declaration. The war is won or lost in the first 10 minutes of your day. Before you check your phone, before you negotiate with yourself, you make one decision. Today, I rebel. You don't need to know how. You don't need to feel ready. You just declare the rebellion has begun. And the first act, win the first battle. Get out of bed within 60 seconds. No negotiation, no snooze. That's your first act of defiance for the day. Step 2. The non-negotiable protocol. You need 3 non-negotiables. 3 things you do every single day, no matter what. No exceptions, no excuses. Not 10 things. 3. Examples. 20 minutes of movement. 30 minutes of deep work on your goal. 10 minutes of reading. Here's the key. These must be small enough that you can't fail. You're not trying to run a marathon. You're trying to become the kind of person who keeps promises to themselves. Do your 3 every day, regardless of how you feel. That's the rebellion. Step 3. The friction audit. Make rebellion easier than surrender. Want to work out? Sleep in your gym clothes. Want to write? Close all other apps before bed. Want to eat better? Don't buy the junk food in the first place. Discipline isn't about white-knuckling through infinite temptation. It's about designing an environment where the rebellious choice is the easiest choice. Remove the friction from what you want to do. Add friction to what you want to avoid. Step 4. The identity shift. This is a secret that changes everything. Stop saying, I'm trying to be disciplined. Start saying, I am someone who rebels against comfort. Not I want to work out. I am someone who trains. Not I should write. I am a writer who writes. Not I need to be consistent. I am someone who keeps promises to myself. You don't act your way into a new identity. You decide the identity, then you act from it. Every action becomes evidence of who you already are. And here's what happens. Week 1, it's hard. You're faking it. You're fighting your old self every step. Week 2, still hard, but you're getting reps. You're learning the rebellion. Week 3, something shifts. The consistency becomes its own motivation. Week 4, you look back and barely recognize the person you were 30 days ago. That person is dead. You killed them through daily rebellion. You've been sold a lie that discipline is about suffering, about grinding, about punishing yourself into productivity. Discipline is liberation. It's you taking back control from your comfort-seeking brain, your dopamine-hijacked attention, your excuse-making inner voice, your past self who settled every single day you get to choose, submit to who you've always been, or rebel against it. Comfort is not your friend. Comfort is a prison where your potential goes to die. Motivation will fail you, it always does. But rebellion is a choice, a daily act of defiance. Tomorrow morning when that alarm goes off, I want you to remember that moment, that choice between snooze and stand. That's not about being tired. That's a revolution waiting to happen. Get up. Win the first battle. Then come back and tell me about it in the comments. Let's build an army of people who refuse to stay comfortable. Subscribe. We're going deeper. Now go declare war on your old self.